Get ready for some big changes today compared to yesterday. Mid 70s to low 80s for afternoon highs yesterday. Look at today, upper 50s and low 60s. Wow, what a big difference. And it's not going to help that it's going to be fairly breezy for today. We will be monitoring some clouds and a little bit of light rain and drizzle this morning, though. Nothing very impactful, though. I'm not even expecting any thunderstorms, but certainly don't be surprised if you have to use your windshield wiper at times this morning. Otherwise, have those sunglasses handy. You will need them for this afternoon. Again, as I mentioned, we'll be lucky if we get more than 5/100ths of an inch of rain. Most spots will just get a couple hundreds, if that, and it's not going to be very impactful. Winds will be an impact as well as far as temperatures are concerned too, but 25 to 35 miles per hour are expected behind this frontal boundary. May start to weaken a little bit towards the late afternoon hours, staying more in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but bottom line is it is going to be breezy until the winds diminish tonight. You can see by 8 o'clock, getting back down to 15 miles per hour. Again, these are gusts, so that means sustained winds will be less than that. So, again, winds are expected to not really be an issue, but if it is, that could lead to slightly warmer temperatures compared if the winds were light to calm. As we head into tonight, mid-30s. There is still that potential, especially in north central Kansas, where it could be cooler than what the forecast is indicating. So, with that in mind, there's a freeze warning in effect from Riley County up to the northwest, Manhattan to the northwest. So if you're in that freeze warning or the dark blue, I would be ready for temperatures to get close to the freezing mark. The rest of the area, it'll be warmer. But if you're in the dark blue or purple, however you see it, that's where the high probability of temperatures getting down to the freezing mark will be. As we go throughout this is wind chills, by the way. I would not be surprised if temperatures did get down to low 30s. We had some upper 20s. It's possible. But the biggest factor of why temperatures may be able to get down to around 32 is because the winds are light to calm without a wind chill factor. So just something to consider. As we go throughout the day, mid-60s are expected for highs on Saturday. Not as cool on Sunday. I think we'll be more in the 40s, not as many 30s, although some upper 30s may still be possible. And then we'll be warming up. This might be a little bit on the warm side, but you get the idea that we'll be a lot warmer on Sunday compared to Saturday. I'll go with 78 for the official high, and then a quick cool down on Monday to 70 before warming back up Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we get another cool down as we get towards the end of the week on Thursday and Friday, almost very similar to what we dealt with from yesterday to today, although not quite to the extreme. We'll have that transition day on Thursday compared to Wednesday, and then getting back down to low 60s potentially for the second Friday in a row. As far as rainfall is concerned, look at the European, still showing some significant rainfall through next Friday. Not quite as much near I-35 though, so we'll watch that. And the GFS, nothing, hardly anything at all for the next week. I am leaning more towards the European model though, because the Canadian model, which I never show anyway, but it is another model that I look at. It is very close to what the European model is indicating as far as the rainfall is concerned, on several areas getting at least a quarter-inch worth of rainfall. The GFS was also indicating quite a bit of rainfall in yesterday's model run, so it may just be an outlier where it's only showing a couple hundredths of an inch of rain right now on this latest run. We'll see how future runs hold, but the second half of the work week will be something to watch for as far as rain and maybe even a few thunderstorms. Still a lot of uncertainty though, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, any rainfall today is not going to be very meaningful. We'll have to wait until that system potentially next week for meaningful rainfall to return to the area.